Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our topic is how to write a paragraph. Objectives are students will be able to enhance their knowledge which is required for writing a paragraph by following the tips mentioned by the teacher. Write a paragraph on the given topic. Sources are English textbook for class first year, English compulsory model question paper of HSSC 1 by Federal Board. What is a paragraph? A paragraph is a component of fictional prose and non-fiction writings. When writing essays, research papers, books, etc., new paragraphs are indented to show their beginnings. What is meant by indented? In the written form of many languages, an indentation or indent is an empty space at the beginning of a line to signal the start of a new paragraph. Got it? Each new paragraph begins with a new indentation. Indentation means in the written form of many languages, an indentation is an empty space at the beginning of a line to signal the start of a new paragraph. The purpose of a paragraph is to express a speaker's thoughts on a particular point in a clear way that is unique and specific to that paragraph. In other words, paragraphs should not be mixing thoughts or ideas. When a new idea is introduced, generally a writer will introduce a new paragraph. And you can say that paragraph is a miniature essay, a small essay. Basic paragraph structure, how to lay out a paragraph. In non-fiction writing, a body paragraph is any paragraph that comes between the introduction and the conclusion. Introduction means beginning, conclusion means ending. A good body paragraph will have the following three basic parts: the topic sentence, the supporting sentence, the concluding sentence. Parts of a paragraph: topic sentence, supporting details, colorful vocabulary. Because paragraph is smaller than essay, that's why you need a very good vocabulary in order to convey your message to the reader. And then comes concluding sentence. For a good paragraph, first of all, brainstorm ideas around a central topic. Arrange your points in a logical order. Write the topic sentence. Add supporting details and evidence. Evidence means examples. Use clear, simple sentences with transition words. Tie it all together with a conclusion sentence. Edit your paragraph for grammar, style, and coherence. Your paragraph should include P, P-E-E-L. P means point, E evidence, E explanation, L link. Point, make your point. Evidence, back it up, support your point with evidence and examples. Explain how the evidence supports your point of view. Link this point to the next point in the following paragraph or back to main point. It means that your paragraph should have coherence in it. Process of writing. First of all, gather relevant information, then organize meaningful sequence, then draft, first rough draft, then edit, check, revise, refine, and then publish, final version. A topic sentence is the first sentence. The topic sentence is the first sentence of the body paragraph. The topic sentence introduces the topic of the paragraph. A good topic sentence states the main idea of the paragraph. That is, it shows what the whole paragraph is about. So it should be a striking one. It should be a marvelous one. The supporting sentences of a paragraph are the sentences between the topic sentence and the concluding sentence. The supporting sentences support the topic sentence, that is, they explain and elaborate the point of the paragraph. Supporting sentences can give facts, statistics, details, or examples. Supporting sentence comes between the topic sentence and the concluding sentence. A concluding sentence is the last sentence. The concluding sentence is the last sentence in the paragraph. It usually restates the topic sentence in different words or summarizes the main points of the paragraph. It should succinctly end the paragraph. It should end the paragraph in few words and transition to the next paragraph if appropriate. Paragraphs should logically fit together. A good paragraph must contain the following characteristics: unity, coherence, balance, style, personal touch. It should have individuality. Unity. Unity should be secured by limiting the paragraph to one subject only. Care must be taken to exclude all matters irrelevant to the main theme and try to be relevant. Coherence. The ideas expressed in the paragraph should hang together logically. We should pay attention to the arrangement of our thoughts, otherwise we will be incoherent. Your one thought should be linked with the other thought. Every idea should develop out of the preceding ideas, out of the ideas which have been discussed earlier, and there should be a logical connection between the different ideas. Balance. The design of the paragraph will be faulty if a student fails to observe a proper proportion between its various parts. The sense of proportion is as necessary in writing paragraphs as in drawing pictures. The picture of a man with his head larger than the body and the legs shorter than the arm will certainly look odd. In the same way, a paragraph giving no prominence to the main theme and giving undue importance to the irrelevant details will look odd. Adequate development. Appropriate development. In order for a paragraph to be considered adequate or sufficient, the paragraph should be well developed. The reader should not be left wanting more information. Don't end up your paragraph abruptly. It should have some end. It should complete the whole message of the paragraph. Similarly, the paragraph should include enough evidence to support its topic sentence. Transitions. Good transitions are hugely important. Good paragraphs have transitions between preceding and proceeding paragraphs. These transitions are logical and verbal. One paragraph should logically flow to the next. The ideas in a body of work should be organized so each paragraph transitions well to the next. It should not be choppy one. What is meant by choppy? Having a disjointed or jerky quality. Additionally, verbal transitions within and between paragraphs should help the reader move seamlessly. Seamlessly means smoothly and continuously through the piece of writing. Additionally is also a transition. Okay, good transitions are hugely important. What is meant by transition? The process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another, that is called transition. There are many such words and phrases which include because, by contrast, afterward, no doubt, on the other hand, also, before, in addition, next, accordingly, of course, naturally, after. Transitions are also called linkers. Cause and effect, for example, you have to use for cause and effect, then you will use these linkers. as a result, because, hence, since, so, difference, although, but, however, instead, though, importance, at first, last, least, most important, next, places, above, around, behind, here, nearby. Similarity also another, and, in addition to, like, time, after, before, then, when, finally, more niggers, above all, additionally, although, apart from, besides, especially, even, for example, further, fortunately, in contrast, in other words, in this case, in the same way, in spite of, indeed, of course, on the contrary, on the other hand, surely, similarly, such, thus, whereas, etc. Practice. Writing a really good paragraph is something of an art, but like any skill, you can learn it through practice. That's why teachers will set paragraph writing tasks for their students. Practice writing. In order to achieve our last goal, which is to become an exact man, a student should write as frequently as possible, because no one can write well who does not write often. Take pleasure in writing, because it is writing alone that makes an exact man. And if we want to learn anything, learn it by writing. We must think before we write, as through thinking we recall our observation and it will become part of our writing. Make a list of mistakes which you made in your paragraph. Resolve to avoid these mistakes for the next time. If you do this, you will become a competent paragraph writer. Got it? Thank you so much for your kind attention. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.